The closest offensive player at the time of the tip gets the goal. So Marshall was right there to get the rebound with Gooden, but the two of them got crossed up.
And you can just see the pain and the frustration, the disappointment on this Cleveland squad. They were so close. They came all the way back. They've been badly outplayed, but this just shows you can't count on the home court advantage. You can't count on playing well for just a few moments here.
James takes it strong and a foul. Jefferson falls down and going to get helped up by his teammates. So James will shoot two with 38 seconds remaining. Jefferson wincing and limping as he gets up. 5 fouls on him. Jefferson's a tough kid.
But the way they've defended LeBron tonight, sending him to help time and time again. Give a lot of credit to Lawrence Frank, youngest coach in the NBA. Comes in here against a sizzling red-hot team, second best record in the Eastern Conference, and Lawrence Frank comes in and says, hey, look, we can win, and they're going on their way to their 4th consecutive road victory.
Well, James hits this. It's a 6-point game with 38 seconds remaining, so there's still time. Frank's certainly aware of that. Mike Wilkes comes in to help out with the defensive end.
But Cleveland, as we saw in the previous possession defensively, they've already given up.
Well, they didn't foul that last time, and James misses another free throw. That's 3 misses in the past minute, and they were costly. And now New Jersey, they can finish this off by hitting their free throws.
And Clifford Robinson is an outstanding pressure player. What a stroke he has, 17 years in the NBA.
He's never been a great free throw shooter, 72% this year. And for his career, only 69%.
Come on, if Shaq shot that, you'd say it was unbelievable.
He's not Shaq. 36.9 remaining. Mike Brown realizes his opportunities slowly going away here. And a big shot right there from Robinson. Robinson got the start, played 35 minutes. And all 5 starters in double figures for New Jersey.
Cleveland is not the only team that plays tomorrow. New Jersey goes home and plays Philadelphia with Allen Iverson there.
Robinson, who they call Uncle Cliffy because of his age. This is that one, 8-point game.
I thought it was because of his Bobby Brown haircut.
James took his eye off it, and that will probably do it. As New Jersey will get it back. Cavaliers, James. Looks like he's coming out of the game.
Number 29, Mike Wilkes.
So James sits down, 32 points, 4th straight 30-point game, but it's going to be in a loss as Wilkes fouls Jason Kidd. Here are the numbers. Not his prettiest game, certainly had big numbers points-wise, but as we've said earlier, kind of grinded out a solid game.
The toughest part was that it was not a game of brilliant leadership, in that you got to come out and you haven't played since Tuesday night. You come out, the crowd is hungry. You got 5 of your next 6 at home. It's a must-win game for them. You come out and you lay an egg early on. You have to battle your way all the way back.
Kidd able to put it in. They gave up. The Cavaliers gave up 29 points in the first quarter. They were down by 10 after 1. Here's Larry Hughes, who sat the entire 4th quarter. And that made him play catch-up the whole game.
Well, Larry Hughes just 4 for 12 shooting. But when we watch Jason Kidd finish this off, reminds me of our conversation this morning with Jason. He's talking about his idolization of John Stockton growing up and then learning from John Stockton how to win in the closing moments, and they've done that. Damon Jones with a big 3.
7-point game, 19.3 remaining. And Kidd is fouled right away. Kidd said that when he was a rookie in Dallas, remember that was the team with Jamal Mashburn and Jimmy Jackson. They didn't have a lot of older veterans, so it's not like he had a mentor early. So he watched a lot of games and he watched a lot of John Stockton. As you mentioned, that was the key area. He learned how to win at the end. He said one of the things he learned from Stockton was Stockton didn't shoot a lot, but he picked his spots at the end of the game and hit big shots. Don't forget, coming up, the Suns and the Knicks from Phoenix. The game just started. We'll join it in progress in just a few minutes as Kidd knocks down another.
It was also fun to hear Jason talk about when he went to try to talk to John Stockton. John doesn't talk to anybody.
He's not going to give away his secrets, although he got it. Kidd, meanwhile, knocks down the second. Jason Kidd, 16 points. 8 assists, 5 boards. Wilkes gets it inside, misses it. Kristich the rebound, and now the Cavs will not foul, and the Nets will dribble it out. 4 straight road wins for the New Jersey Nets, and they hand the Cavs just their 2nd home loss of the season. Very impressive victory for New Jersey here at home as they get to 500 at 9-9. Vince Carter had 38 points, a season high for him. And the Nets defense, one of their best defensive performances of the season. So the final score, 109-100. For more on this game, tune to ESPN News. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Director Kenny Wolf, for Director Ken Dennis, and producer Kenny Wolf, Bill Walton, Mark Jones, this is Mike Breen saying, let's take it out of Phoenix. And Jim Durham.
All right, Mike, thanks a lot. Along with Jim Gray and Steve Snapper Jones, welcome to the Valley of the Sun. The Knicks and the Suns tonight for their first of 2 meetings this year, and Phoenix with 8 straight wins, leading this one by 3 here early. And the Knicks have done a pretty good job here early, Snapper, on the offensive glass.
Well, they've been able to get some second shots. They're trying to get Eddie Curry going early. Both he and Fry have had chances to score inside, but have been denied. So part of what they said Phoenix needed a year ago, more size, better defense, that's been present here in the first quarter of play.
Kurt Thomas the rebound on the miss by Fry. Sean Marion finding Bell. Raja Bell already with a 3-pointer to his credit, so the Knicks had to honor him in the corner there. Stephon Marbury, a former Sun. And Nash picks off the rebound.
What Phoenix does is make you get back, and if you're not back, they're going to take advantage of that. That's a runner. Sean Marion couldn't control it.
And the ball tapped out of bounds. New York will have it. On the floor right now, Trevor Ariza, Channing Frye, Eddie Curry up front for the Knicks, Stephon Marbury, Nate Robinson in the backcourt, Boris Diaw, Sean Marion, Kurt Thomas up front for the Suns, Steve Nash and Raja Bell in the backcourt for the Suns. The Phoenix Suns really cooking, 8 straight wins. That equals the longest winning streak in the NBA to this point.
Well, now you're not surprised. A year ago when they had the double-digit wins, everybody's saying, can the Phoenix Suns keep it up? But Mike D'Antoni has found a style. He's got his players playing well, and he does have Steve Nash distributing the ball, and it seems to be working. So Larry Brown and Stephon Marbury, they got their work cut out. Stephon Marbury was traded from Phoenix to New York and was expected to bring the glory back to New York. It is yet to happen.
Let's check in with Jim Gray.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. I spoke to Steve Nash, the MVP of the Phoenix Suns. I said, what's the biggest difference between the team that started 4-5 and the team that's now won 8 in a row? He said, well, I've improved. My shape is much better. Plus, I'm getting used to these guys. I know where they're going to be, and my rhythm is much, much better. He said, the best of it all is we're just getting better, but we have so much more room to grow. We're going to be a good team before this thing is over. In fact, we're going to be as good, if not better, than last year.
Well, you've got to figure they'll be better when they get Stoudemire back.
62-20, my friend.
Their record may not show it, but I think they'll be playoff better, Snapper, when they get Stoudemire back. That's Eddie Curry delivering for the Knicks their 2nd field goal.
2 of 8. You know, and that has been a woe of the New York Knicks. They always find a quarter to get themselves in a hole, and then they have to fight out of it. So what they've got to do here early is stay in the ball game. There's your MVP.
There's Amar'e Stoudemire.
Sing the song for me. That's tomorrow.
That's for later on. You're not supposed to tip my hand once a
Oh, okay.
Marbury with Bell defending.
Coming back inside to Curry and 9 on the clock.
Eddie Curry draws the foul, trying to make the move out of the post. Eddie Curry is a true rarity in this league now. He is, you know, a 5 who really delivers down in the post.
Eddie Curry is a big, wide, soft shooting center who can really score offensively. They're trying to get him in condition. He missed part of the season already with the calf injury. So if they can avoid any kind of injury problems with him, this guy is going to be a talent, and a talent in New York. Only second to Patrick.
got both free throws. That's 4 points for Eddie Curry and the Knicks with a 1-point lead. So you're making that prediction right now that he will be only second to Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, yes. I mean, well, the number one guy is always Willis Reed because they won championships with Willis Reed. But the guy that has the numbers is Patrick Ewing.
And the Phoenix Suns with a rare turnover. They're tops in the league in that regard. It's amazing the pace that they play at, and yet they don't turn the ball over, and that's certainly because of Steve Nash.
Well, it's because of Nash and his ability to find open people. Secondly, it's because they shoot the ball. And, you know, you get more assists per game. You don't turn it over. You're going to be more successful. Double on Fry.
12 to shoot. Robinson was out of bounds when he caught the ball. How many times has Larry Brown said has he seen his players catch the ball standing out of bounds?
It is amazing when you think nobody's guarding you and somehow you're out of bounds. And that was a wide open opportunity for Nate Robinson. Nash.
4-3. His first points tonight. And the Suns have regained the lead.
Well, this might be part of the new school. They're going to extend the court. They're going to widen it. They're going to lengthen it because they can't find a way to stay in bounds.
Here's an idea. And this was employed by Jerry Sloan when he was in his younger days as a coach with the Bulls. He would take money from them. He would fine them if they ended up catching the ball standing out of bounds. Let's go to Jim Gray.
Jim, I just want to ask Snap a question. He likes to ask questions, but Snap, Coach Brown asked you directly, and you played for him. How many times did you ever step out of bounds? Did you ever step out of bounds?
No, I never stepped out of bounds. But see, I always knew where the three-point line was, and I knew how much space I had. So I was thinking if I stayed in bounds, I got a shot.
Point being is that people aren't paying attention this day and age like the old players. You didn't want to come right out and say it, but that was the implication.
Oh, I didn't know there was an end to that question. I thought I got to answer it. All right, Scratchy, you're all over it.
That's the end of it.
Halfway through the first, Larry Brown and the Knicks down by 2 to this point.
Nice play.
And it's Robinson on the reverse.
Got Steve Nash coming out and
oh my! A hammer by Shawn Marion.
Did you get the clock on that? That was 3 seconds. Come right back and score. That's what's very disheartening about playing the Phoenix Suns. You work a good play, they come right back and get a play equal to it.
Ariza felt the ball, gets the basket, and will have a chance at a three-point play. When we come back to the Valley of the Sun, the Knicks and the Suns off to a good start. That foul, by the way, on Marion, as you see Shawn Marion finish on that alley-oop.
As a matter of fact, I do own the road, and the sidewalk, and the air. The award-winning Burnout series crashes onto the Nintendo DS. Burnout Legends. Rated everyone.
Because some projects require more than one sander, Black & Decker created the Cyclone 4-in-1 sander. It's a random orbit, detail, finish, and flush sander with built-in dust collection. The Cyclone 4-in-1 sander from Black & Decker.
Turn off the Ambilight function on your Philips flat TV, and it's like going back in time. The only flat TV with Ambilight from Philips. You'll never go back to ordinary TV.
That's Shawn Marion, man. Hey, yo, Shawn, you want to play twos?
Nah, man, I'm just chilling.
Oh, what's up, superstar? You scared to get schooled by some civilians? You don't want to take your sweatshirt off, Playboy?
I don't need no help on this joint. I need some help. Come on, fellas. That's game.
I know why you asked him to play. Gotta guard your man, dude.
Just trying to make it fair. Whoa.
The Nike Shox MTX at Foot Locker.
This has got to go.
You shouldn't have to wait to skate. New Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. The first skating game with no loading screens. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. Rated T for teen. Now win the ultimate Jeep Commander. Go to Jeep.com/games and enter the American Wasteland sweepstakes.
ESPN's presentation of NBA Friday Coast to Coast, brought to you by Best Buy. Thousands of possibilities. Get yours. And Taco Bell. Think outside the bun.
And welcome back to the Valley of the Sun with Jim Gray and Steve Jones. I'm Jim Durham. Glad to have you with us. Game 2 on NBA Friday Coast to Coast. A 12-point game, but 2 of those points for Phoenix in spectacular fashion.
Not only were they spectacular, but in a hurry, Nate Robinson with a good basket. Now watch this, 1-2 passes and the score, and that is what makes it very difficult. Look at the shot clock. It's actually a 3 when he catches. That's 1 second. And the flush, well, so we'll give him 2. Now that's hurry-up basketball. It's pretty quick.
And that, remember, that was after a made field goal.
Oh, so now we know that you can score. You can run after a score.
Phoenix can run in.
Ariza, 3-point play, nice.
5 points for Ariza here in the early going as the Knicks lead it by 1. Phoenix with 3 turnovers already. As we mentioned, they're number 1 in the league in fewest turnovers, and the Knicks are at the bottom in that regard, and they haven't committed 1 yet. Jones with a touch, and a missed 3 attempt by Raja Bell, but Kurt Thomas with the offensive rebound. Bell again for his second 3-pointer.
The best thing about playing on this team is you get to shoot a lot. And so you don't have to worry about your misses. And guys that might tighten up a little bit after a miss or 2, they just keep throwing them up there. Phoenix amongst the league leaders in attempts and made 3-point shots. They get about 8 made 3-pointers a game. Seattle's right up there as well as Marbury strikes.
First field goal for Marbury, 4 points tonight. The Knicks pull even. The Knicks go home. They'll have Milwaukee on the 12th. Kurt Thomas, their offensive rebound for the Suns.
One mismatch here, but they don't take advantage of it.
Diaw. And Curry clears. Nate Robinson. Here's Fry.
He's rushing just a little bit. Maybe he wants to make sure that Lute Olson remembers how well he plays, but take a look at what Phoenix has done. Their field goal percentage, they take the most, and they make almost the most. So this is the team that when you play them, you got to be ready to play at the offensive end.
Eddie Curry called for the foul here. That's his first.
What has plagued Eddie Curry throughout his career at Chicago and here is he gets fouls in clusters. So if he gets 1, he's usually going to get 2 or 3. Jones again.
And this one's 4-3, and the rebound picked off by Curry. So the Knicks with a chance to extend on the lead. New York coming in 6-12 and 3-9 on the road, and right down the chute for Stephon Marbury, his second field goal, 6 points scored.
On this 3-game trip, they played a very aggressive offensive game against Seattle. Then they struggled as Nash rolls that one in.
5 points for Nash.
Against the Clippers, they shot 36%. They still had a chance to win the game. So this team is feeling better about themselves, even though the record is not showing it.
So Channing Frye with a couple of baskets. Channing Frye coming in, averaging 15 points a game. Bell on the miss and Frye to the loose ball. But Phoenix with the quick shots, getting that tempo up there.
They're going to make you play, and they're going to make you play quickly. So you've got to make sure that you get good offensive chances. They come inside to Curry. Let that one short.
Phoenix down by 4. The Suns in their throwback jerseys tonight from the early 70s and 90s as Nash sticks his second 3-pointer.
If you hide behind the screen, Nate Robinson, he will shoot.
And Larry Brown is going to remind him of that very thing as New York takes a timeout.
The Knicks run a pick and roll, and the high one they get Channing Frye, who's got good strength, and that was one of the concerns, but then watch Nate Robinson goes under, and Steve Nash goes through the net.
Sunday, if you live for football, you'll love the NFL on ESPN at 11 a.m. Sunday NFL Countdown. Then at 8:30, can Brett Favre and the Pack pull out a win against the Lions in frigid Green Bay? The NFL on ESPN Sunday.
On Saturday, December 10th, one college football player will go from being great to being a legend. The Heisman Trophy presentation, tomorrow at 8 Eastern on ESPN.
Ready for a tasty bargain? Check this out. The 99-cent KFC Snacker. 100% hand-floured chicken breast, pepper mayo, and crisp lettuce freshly prepared on a sesame seed bun. Now your dollar goes further at KFC.
Virtually inaccessible, the remote Northern Territory is a fortress of alpine peaks. The terrain so brutal, its beauty has seldom been seen by human eyes. Only the most adventuresome have ever set foot in this desolate yet picturesque landscape.
This is much better than the movie.
The all-new 7-passenger Jeep Commander. It's your world. Take command. It's our Miles of Freedom plan. Now get 2 years of gas and scheduled maintenance and a 5-year or 60,000-mile limited warranty on Jeep Commander.
2 thumbs up. 5 stars. Destined to become a classic. Now playing The Chronicles of Narnia, rated PG.
I can't believe you won't let me go to the party because its parents won't be there. Every single one of my friends is going to be there. What, you don't trust me? Come on, even Tommy's parents are letting him go.
We know it's not easy.
Look, no parents, no party.
But you can make a difference.
This is bogus.
Because without trusted adults around, kids are more likely to use drugs and alcohol.
Tommy. No, it didn't work with my dad either.
For support, visit theantidrug.com.
SportsCenter 30 at 30 update. Carmelo Anthony outdueled Dwayne Wade in Miami. Carmelo 40 points, 1 short of a career high as the Nuggets win. Wade had 37 points and 10 rebounds. Allen Iverson had 43 points and 7 assists as the 76ers snapped a 4-game losing streak. It's the 64th time in Iverson's career he's had 40-plus, 5th this year. And retired Purdue head coach Gene Cady has joined the Toronto Raptors as an assistant coach. 69-year-old Cady won 512 games in 25 years with Purdue. Jim. Back here in Phoenix, there's Arizona coach Luke Olson, who, when his team is off and one of his forward players is playing in Phoenix, like Channing Frye, he comes to the game.
You know, he's happy about the success that Channing Frye is having so far in his young NBA career, and he can only see him getting better. And that only helps him, because guess what? More guys want to go to Arizona.
Precisely. That's Marbury. Marbury could be brewing up a special night tonight offensively. He has 8 already as the Knicks are up by 3. Diaw all the way through on Butler, and the ball out of bounds off Diaw. Another Phoenix turnover. That's 4 on the Suns. New York with Jackie Butler in the game now, number 45. Outside jumper, Marbury, he's got it stuck on automatic, and especially on that side of the court. 10 for Marbury.
Yeah, you know, Marbury has taken a lot of heat for not getting enough shots early in the ballgame. Tonight he's been very aggressive against his former team. Marion turns it over. So the team that hasn't been turning it over a lot turns it over, but they are not adjusting. Again, anytime you go under a screen, Barbosa, somebody pulls up and shoots. So Leandra has got to stay out on top of that screen.
Barbosa back after missing 8 games and a long hold on Frye.
Barbosa got that left leg wrapped up pretty tight, and he's going to give it a run tonight, but he was starting to get how to play for Mike D'Antoni. Last year, it was a difficult season for him. They had him running the point, and he's more of a scoring guard. There's a guy that is not bad. Eddie House.
Eddie House missing on the 3 attempt, and Jamal Crawford controlling for the Knicks right now as we wind it down. Almost a minute left in the quarter. New York with its biggest lead so far.
And you have to feel good if you're a Knicks fan that they have been able to come in here, control things. Busting his way through, and a ball 3 seconds.
So that's 2 turnovers in a row with Fry operating in the post.
You know, when coaches say, see the double team, give the ball up. Well, you know what he said? All I could see was the hoop coach. I had to get it up.
Eddie House gives it up to Diaw. House again. Eddie House delivers for his first points tonight.
Eddie House is a hired gunslinger, and this is probably the perfect team for him, where they can just come in, and if he's hot, D'Antoni's just going to ride him out. You're going to let him see if he can get that fire in his hands, and he's 1 of 2 since entering the ball game 30 seconds ago.
Let's see how the Knicks handle the clock here in a 2-for-1 situation. Marbury against House. Stefan's got 12.
Somebody better tell him something.
Shot clock at 17. And it's Marion for 3. Fry the rebound. The Knicks can have the final say. Phoenix can take a foul.
Right now, he's thinking about shooting.
And Marbury is really cooking. That's 14 for Marbury from midcourt. Diaw got some iron on a heave from 45 feet away, and a good-looking first quarter for the New York Knicks as they lead by 7.
This has got to go.
You shouldn't have to wait to skate. New Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. The first skating game with no loading screens. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. Rated T for teen. Now win the ultimate Jeep Commander. Go to Jeep.com/games and enter the American Wasteland sweepstakes. With a Canon PowerShot digital camera, you can make a powerful statement.
Make every shot a power shot.
Complete the picture and bring your photos to life with the Selfie Compact Photo Printer.
Now, where would Travis Barker be without Boost Mobile? See, back in the day, his buddy Jay chirped him about this big show in Long Beach. And the rest is history. But without Boost, he would have been lured into the world of competitive bodybuilding.
You, come on!
Until tragedy struck in the form of a compound hernia. But luckily for us, Travis Barker, he has Boost Mobile. Where you at?
On DVD, Bad Luck.
I got it! This team be any lamer?
Bad Attitude.
These things take time.
So does heart disease and physical therapy.
See, that's the spirit.
For the director of School of Rock, Billy Bob Thornton. Bad News Bears. Buy it December 13th.
New 7-Up Plus with calcium. With real fruit juice, 25% of your daily calcium and less than 25 calories per bottle. It tastes so good, you can feel it in your bones. 7-Up Plus. For great taste with calcium, the only way to go is up.
All video on NBA.com is now free. Free video highlights. Free video highlights. You can see the play on NBA.com right after it happens on the court.
We need to get the ball to Devin, and it's a guaranteed play of the day.
Watch broadband video highlights every game, every night, free. Plus, get news, analysis, live scores, and the most comprehensive basketball stats on the web.
Tracy, what were you feeling the first time you watched yourself on NBA.com?
I was just feeling, it was a great feeling.
Phoenix players Kurt Thomas, Eddie House, Pat Burke, Sherrard Ford, Jared Reiner recently served as volunteers to help give out teddy bears and frozen chickens. The Suns teamed up with Lift Up America and their partners, Tyson Chicken and Thai Teddy Bears, and together 35,000 pounds of frozen chicken, 11,000 teddy bears were given out. Just another example of how the NBA cares.
Well, the players and the franchises have done some tremendous things, and it's nice that they get noticed for those things, particularly during the holidays. Look at this.
How about that? Largest deficit of the year after one.
Another former Sun out on the floor, Penny Hardaway,
and it's stolen by Marion. Oh, yeah. Sean Marion with his second spectacular dunk of the night. Marbury, who had 14 in the opening quarter.
6 of 8. You know, the Knicks started the ball game 1 for 7 and finished in a firestorm. Marbury leading the way. Let's see if they can continue to make shots. 4 on the clock for Jamal Crawford.
They may have passed once too many. No, they didn't. Marbury missing, though, and the rebound tipped out Crawford to Marbury. Butler. And Marion, the Phoenix rebound. Suns playing right now with Nash on the bench. They've got Eddie House in. Leandro Barbosa also on. Marion misses, and Hardaway picks it off for the Knicks.
You know, even though Marion misses that shot, that's part of really his arsenal. When he gets that little medium-range jump shot going, he's impossible to deal with. So we'll find out whether he finds the stroke back inside the Butler.
With 8 on the shot clock, and Butler delivers.
You didn't do it. Did anybody get it?
Dial with a lob to Marion, and Hardaway has it. Crawford trying to go into Butler, and a foul on Phoenix will get Malik Rose into the game for the Knicks.
But look at this. Jackie Butler is also one of those young frontline players that Larry Brown has and is trying to find some time for. You can see he's got some talent. Malik Rose is in the ball game, and he may be one of those veterans that ends up suffering because of young players like Ariza, Fry, Butler, Eddie Curry.
Here goes Marbury. Out of bounds off the Knicks. Say fans, vote now. Go to NBA.com and cast your ballot for the 2006 All-Star Game coming up in February in Houston.
And vote often, so you won't be unhappy.
You can actually do that. Steve Nash taking it easy for the moment. But one would expect he would be very busy All-Star weekend.
You would think that he would be in the starting lineup for the West. But you know who's pushing him this year. Some starting consideration as Jones misses. Parker. But now you're going to tell me he's an MVP.
Tony Parker? Yeah. Well, they have an MVP on that.
They have one team.
So the Suns get it. As you see, Nate Robinson returning for the Knicks. That foul was on Malik Rose. The first on Rose, of course, he just came in a moment ago. House.
What they don't do well without Steve Nash on the floor is get things going to the bucket. Barbosa gets his first shot.
So after a long layoff, Leandro Barbosa with his first 2 points. He missed the 8 games all in this winning streak.
They love this pick and roll. First perimeter shot for Nate Robinson drops.
4 points for Robinson.
Now that's the same side of the floor that Stephon Marbury got cooking on. So maybe that's their side of the floor. They like to go left to right.
Malik Rose made the play on Kurt Thomas to knock it out of bounds. Raja Bell returning to the lineup for Phoenix.
Larry Brown knows this. Against Phoenix, you have to continue to make shots. You can't have a flat period and think that you're going to be able to control this team. House.
Oh, yeah. Eddie House stroking it.
You know, he's bounced around, but I think this is his spot. He found a place. He found a coach where he said, we will do what you do best when you shoot.
Hardaway right back to Crawford, and the three is around and down for Jamal Crawford.
Crawford was tremendous against Seattle the other night for not only making the big shots, but making free throws, something that has hurt the New York Knicks this year, the ability to make free throws in the clutch.
Right now, though, they're enjoying their biggest lead of the game. Thomas at the rim, but contact on the pass in. And a foul called. And the foul is on Hardaway. And here's a look at Robinson.
You know, there's one thing that he is. He's explosive, and he is dangerous, and we don't know just how good he can be.
Earlier this year, the introduction of the all-new Kia Sportage was a big announcement. And new owners liked everything about the Sportage so much that now Sportage has been ranked the most appealing entry SUV by J.D. Power & Associates. It's our biggest announcement yet. Discover what Kia owners already know. The Kia Sportage, starting under $16,000 after cash back.
What is the motto of West Point? Duty, honor, country, sir!
Beneath the coat of honor.
I don't think I'm gonna squeak through midterms.
I need help.
I can get you the answers. Lies a code of silence.
It's the way things work.
On December 10th,
This is a violation of the honor code.
one cadet must choose
If I come forward, half of the guys here will never speak to me again.
between keeping silence
It's the only family I've got, Brian.
and exposing the truth.
Is this really the road you want to go down?
Codebreakers, an ESPN original movie tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN, presented by Kay Jewelers, following the Heisman Trophy presentation.
They began in summer, the legends of the sun. Now, as warriors of winter, the chase is almost done.
NFL Sunday Ticket provides the most NFL games available anywhere, and it's not too late to see this Sunday's great matchups.
On the winds of victory, ride emotions of a year, of work and sweat, guts, glory, and of a champion that is near.
Order NFL Sunday Ticket Paper Day with your remote control on channel 704 through 718. Get in on the action for just $39.99 per Sunday.
Get all the college hoops you can handle with the ESPN Full Court Pay-Per-View Package.
Unbelievable!
More than 450 games you want to see.
Yes!
Top conferences. Critical matchups you won't get without ESPN Full Court.
To order, visit DirecTVSports.com or call 1-800-GET-SPORTS.
John Saunders and Craig Cantony back to the studio with the Taco Bell update. Dirk Nowitzki going off.
Just look at him. I mean, this 7-footer is a special basketball player. How about the Mavericks? They are playing great basketball right now.
35-9. And Kobe Bryant, 17 points and 8 assists as the Lakers are leading the Bulls.
Again, this team starting to round into shape. They have an opportunity to win their 4th game in a row. Watch out for the Lakers.
All right, John Saunders and Greg Anthony sending it back.
All right, John, an 8-point lead for the Knicks. What do you say we listen into each huddle? First of all, Phoenix and head coach Mike D'Antoni.
Go, baby. They get some shots. They're going to do that. Weather the storm. Everybody on the board, guys. Everybody on the board.
Long shots, long rebounds. We can't give up second shots. Thomas got 2 long rebounds. All right?
Coaches, rebound.
You hate it when they get into that thing. Rebound. How can you tell when a long rebound is coming up when you're chasing any house of these guys around?
So Phoenix to throw in. That last foul, by the way, was on Butler of the Knicks. And the Suns came in with 14 to shoot. Kurt Thomas. Oh, my. Robinson way up for the rebound.
How's this for a story about Nate Robinson? He tells Larry Brown, you know, Coach, you're taking the best part of my game away. Watch out.
There it is. That's the best part.
And Larry said, well, what is that? He said, offensive rebounding. So at the rim, Nate Robinson.
And the Knicks continue to extend their biggest lead. House 4-3. Cleared by Butler. Nate Robinson listed at 5'9".
Well, he's all of that. He's, he's all of 5'9", but I mean, he is power-packed and very explosive, and is going to be a talent for years in the NBA.
Steve Nash coming back. Watch Nate Robinson on this rebound.
And back at the other end, when was the last time they ran a lob to the bucket for a guy that small?
So Steve Nash returns. Phoenix scored just 9 points with Nash on the bench.
Well, let's see how they run now that he's back on the floor for the final 7:24 of the first half. Marion was very short with that one.
His 10-point lead for the Knicks, their largest. We've played almost 5 minutes here in the second quarter. Malik Rose.
Rolled off and in for his first 2. So right now, Knicks are cooking on almost every possession at the offensive end.
And we have a near capacity crowd tonight in America West. That's Kurt Thomas scoring for the first time tonight. And this crowd has been quieted by this performance of the New York Knicks. Rose operating in the post again. Crawford with a look at a 3. And a loose ball foul on Rose. 2 fouls on Malik Rose, and let's check in with Jim Gray.
You guys been talking about Nate Robinson. I spoke to him before the game, and I asked him what it's like now to be starting. He said, well, I told the coach, you're taking away another part of my game that's so special, and that's being a big splash off the bench. Said, however, he always wanted to be in the NBA, and his kid brother said the best thing about it for him, his kid brother's name is Chicken. He's 15 years old. In all the video games, he wants to be Stephen Marbury, and now his brother's getting to play with him. I said, what does the coach tell you, Larry Brown, about being in the game all the time and starting? He said, don't be a highlight film. And he says he has to remember that every play. Jim?
All right. Although he has been one.
That's a big part of his game, is being a highlight film, because he is, small and powerful and explosive, and you don't expect him to do a lot of the things that he does.
Check this out.
I want to go over a few things before you leave for Oslo. 80 gig, titanium, Wi-Fi, secure. Should you find yourself sans laptop, check in with this. Bluetooth, broadband, built-in camera.
Secure.
If it's on our network, it's secure.
Encrypted, hacker-proof, titanium.
It's a pen.
Security, powered by Cisco.
The Kia Amante has just been ranked the most appealing premium midsize car by J.D. Power & Associates. Amante owners could tell you why they rated their cars highest in a study that looked at design, content, layout, and performance. But some things just speak for themselves. Discover what Kia owners already know. Lease a new 2005 Amante for only $289 a month.
Hey, Jill. Ooh. Hey, honey. I know you don't think I need any more sports in my life, but I do. Boy, howdy do I. I need sports at home. I need sports in the car. I need Sirius satellite radio at Radio Shack, Jill. It's got 100% commercial-free music, and it's also got a Martha Stewart channel, honey, huh? And we can finally learn to make a wreath. Let's make a wreath. Yeah.
This holiday season, don't just get a gift. Get the right gift at Radio Shack.
ESPN's presentation of NBA Friday Coast to Coast, brought to you by Kia Motors. Kia, the power to surprise. And Cisco, changing the way people work, live, play, and learn. Innovation powered by Cisco.
Welcome back to Phoenix. I'm Jim Gray. The Knicks lead by 8 over the Suns. It's been the Nate Robinson show. 6 points, 3 for 3 field goals, and he has been a spark plug. But take a look at his dad. He's the one who was his mentor. His dad, a tailback for the University of Washington from 81 to 85. He was the 1982 Rose Bowl MVP, 8th all-time, 2,300 career rushing yards. And then in 1985, the Orange Bowl against Oklahoma, it was his dad who basically convinced him that he should play basketball. His dad did have a cup of coffee in the NFL. And you look at what Nate Robinson did at Washington. Unbelievable what this young man has done at his height, Jim. And it's all from his dad, a tremendous athlete himself.
And the Knicks trying to go into Curry, turn it over. So the Suns, who at one time trailed by 12.
You know, if the mom is listening, there's going to be some mess. You know that there's going to be some mess because we're giving Dad all the credit. He didn't get here without Mom.
That was Marion getting a hand on that pass. So the Knicks out of the timeout have turned it over twice, and now Phoenix coughs it up.
Yeah, and Phoenix normally doesn't make that mistake, and that's one of the things that D'Antoni will talk about during the intermission is, guys, we got to take better care of the ball.
Kurt Thomas called for that foul. 2 fouls on Kurt Thomas. Mike D'Antoni without Stoudemire, it's been amazing what he and the Suns have been able to accomplish so far this year. Thomas a block on Curry, but a foul call that'll get Curry to the free throw line, and Steve Nash picks up the personal foul. That's his first.
But what you look at when you see the Knicks front line, Curry in the middle, big and wide. Butler is big and wide. They're both very young. If they begin to click, this is a combination that's going to put a lot of pressure on opponents in the Eastern Conference. And, you know, when you look at where they are, 6 and 12. How many games are they out of first place?
2.5.
And see who, oh, Isaiah, how are you?
Isaiah knows that this schedule is going to balance out for them shortly, and they've got some home games, and with a lot of young players, you know, get them home, play in New York, get the fans behind them. Usually young players play better at home. Marion again. Hardaway the steal. Malik Rose. Out of bounds to Phoenix. The Knicks 13 on the road in their first 19 games. This comes to an end tonight. And of the next 25, 17 will be at home.
You know, and they have yet to play back-to-back home games.
Right. So no home stand. Nash looked away. Looked away.
He looked away to get the call, and he said, "Where is it? You're not blowing it?"
All right, I'm shooting it. Marbury hasn't had many attempts here in the second quarter after that hot first 12 minutes. And a foul on the Knicks.
This is the beauty of Steve Nash, to be able to do this. Look away. What? No call? And one. I should be shooting. Oh, he's looking at the official because he's already been hit, and he wants to call just so I can get and one, and I don't get any.
Well, you get the 2. Oh. He got the 2 on the shot that he made.
Give me something.
Marion, and that's a 3 if it drops. It's out of bounds to the Knicks.
But the Suns are hanging around right now, and that's got to be a concern for Larry Brown. We're only up 8. We've gotten into a rash of turnovers, and the Suns are beginning to get a little bit of a rhythm here. They're not sticking that 3.
Yeah, because they opened very hot from 3. They have missed their last 6.
Trying to come to Eddie Curry. They've taken a lot of time.
Channing Frye from the perimeter. Thomas the rebound. 42-34 score, has been up there a while. Raja Bell. Diaw, nice handoff to Marion. He was out of bounds along the baseline, so New York has it. 8 turnovers for Phoenix.
Where you see John Marion step out of bounds, and they got caught. Curry right in the middle, and they don't give it to him.
Thomas, another rebound.
Spaghetti's feeling a little bit of the pace now.
Diaw guarded by Marbury. National right back to him because he recognizes that matchup. Raja Bell missing the 3. Diaw trying to keep it alive. And the Knicks coming up the court, but it's knocked out of bounds by Phoenix.
So it's question time. If Nash recognized it, why didn't Diaw? Oh, stunned. Okay. 3:12 to go in the
He's
game.
not from this country. I mean, that's part of learning the NBA game. 14 to shoot. Marbury. Yep, and a foul.
That is the side of the floor where Marbury has had all the success tonight. This time he brings it quickly between 2 defenders, takes the hit, and gets the good roll.
That's 3 fouls on Kurt Thomas.
But you know, early in Kurt Thomas's career, that was one of the things that always plagued him. When he started to play and become more successful with the Knicks, they were always concerned that Kurt at some point would be lost to foul. So the Phoenix Suns are concerned about it as well. Marbury does not get the free throw.
Suns haven't been to the foul line yet as Diaw drives and scores. Diaw with 4.
Diaw is a very versatile player, and the only thing that he really needs to recognize, mismatch is one, and when to shoot, because a lot of times he will pass up scoring opportunities, and that hurts his team.
And the Knicks picking up an offensive foul and turning the ball over. It's on Ariza. And a timeout taken. Steve Nash and the Suns with work to be done tonight.
Imagine you take your Samsung camcorder on the company cruise. The next day, you use your MP3 player to show the boss some of the party's special moments. You get a company car. You email the president. You get a corner office. You show the CEO. The colors. The sound. He puts you in charge of the Mediterranean. Then one day the chairman says, I hope you bring that camcorder to the holiday party. And you say, I'd be delighted. With Samsung design and technology, it's not that hard to imagine.
Hey, all computers take you to the same internet, so why would you pay almost $24 a month to get AOL when you can get Net Zero for less than 10? And you know something? Net Zero ranks higher in customer satisfaction, so switch to Net Zero.
Coming to DVD this Tuesday.
Ready for a tasty bargain? Check this out. The 99-cent KFC Snacker. 100% hand-floured chicken breast, pepper mayo, and crisp lettuce freshly prepared on a sesame seed bun. Now your dollar goes further at KFC.
Because the evolution of the third hand is a bit slow in coming, Black & Decker created the Auto Tape. It's the only powered tape measure, so you can use it with just one hand. The Auto Tape from Black & Decker.
ESPN's presentation of NBA Friday Coast to Coast, brought to you by the Samsung Experience at the Time Warner Center in New York City.
And welcome back to Phoenix. Well, Steve Nash, the reigning MVP in the NBA, we've seen his sleight of hand on display. How about his sleight of foot? Nash hooked up with renowned producer Michael Bay for a kids instructional soccer video. And for more information regarding the video, log on to SteveNashMVP.com. And check this out. What a kick. It's a basketball video, ladies and gentlemen. So, but it's also soccer.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that that tells you is that if you have great feet, you can be successful in basketball because footwork is so critical to everything that you do. Nate Robinson back in the ball game.
And Diaw on the feed from Nash. Diaw coming up with 2 more. That's 6 points for him tonight.
You know, and his brother Mark plays soccer.
On Marbury.
They went away from Eddie Curry, but he's got great low post position.
It's tipped away by Marion. And that fuels the Phoenix transition game. Blocked beautifully by Channing Frye.
6-point game as Phoenix is trying to stoke the fire a little bit here and maybe get even by the break. Frye inside.
And he's matched up with Marion, wanting it. 8 to shoot. And the rebound ends up in the hands of Nash. Raja Bell against Marbury. About 1:30 left in the half here at America West. Bell passed on a 3, but Eddie House didn't.
The unselfishness of the Steve Nash Boris Diaw is infectious, and Eddie House is the recipient to knock down that 3.
The Knicks at one time led by 12.
Again, they come back to the left side of the floor, looking inside to Eddie Curry, 7 on the clock.
Curry, offensive foul. Diaw defending.
And you know, everybody in New York is saying he's fouled. Come on now. Eddie had great position. He rolled inside. Watch Diaw take this hit. Europeans are very good at that. Led by the great Vlade Divac. You know how to take a fall.
And so Eddie Curry hits the bench with Malik Rose back in. Less than a minute for the half. Steve Nash into the lane, and on a pass-off, a foul call. Coming up at halftime, the Toyota halftime show. Back to the studio and join John Saunders, Greg Anthony, and Tim Legler. Carmelo outduels D. Wade. The Spurs own the Celtics, and Scottie Pippen had his number 33 retired at the United Center tonight. That foul is on Robinson. That's 2 fouls on Robinson.
8 on the clock for Eddie House and the Suns.
And it's going to be Nash finding House. That's a deep 2. House with 9, 7 in the quarter. Phoenix back to within 1. And an offensive foul on Marbury.
After a terrific opening stanza for Stephon Marbury, he has not been able to duplicate that as Eddie Curry sits down. Eddie House has the fans here on their feet for their last possession.
The Knicks have turned it over 10 times in the quarter. Nash sticks the 3, and Phoenix has taken the lead. New York still with a chance of the final say here to close it out. Right now, the Suns on a 12-0 run.
If you're New York, all you want to do is get a good opportunity here. Crawford in the corner.
And the ball tipped outside. House from midcourt. What a finish by the Phoenix Suns after trailing by 12. They run off the last 12, and they'll hit the locker room with the lead.
That is what's so dangerous about playing the Phoenix Suns. They're explosive, and when they catch fire, you have to continue to match them. They struggled. Let's go to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Jim. Steve Nash with 13 points here in the first half. You guys got down by 12. What changed the complexion of this game, Steve?
Well, Larry Brown's doing a great job calling timeouts and slowing us down, trying to make it a half-court game going inside of their big guys. The last few minutes, we got a chance to really get going and get moving, get the ball in the open court and open it up for us.
How have you managed to regain your rhythm here in the last 8 or 9 games?
Well, I think confidence is big. You know, our defense has improved. That gives you a lot of confidence. Learning to play with one another better gives us a lot of confidence. And start to win a couple. Getting some home wins as we lost early gave us a lot of confidence.
You going to kick it in the second half?
We'll see. You know, it might take me a few.
Thanks, Steve. Good luck. All right, back to you, Jim.
All right, Jim, a 15-point quarter for the Knicks. That's what Phoenix held them to. Coming up at halftime on the Toyota Halftime Show. Back to the studio, John Saunders, Greg Anthony, Tim Legler. They'll have stories such as Carmelo outdueling D. Wade tonight. The Spurs own the Celtics, and Scottie Pippen had that number 33 retired in Chicago. But here in Phoenix, it's the Suns who finish hot and lead by 2.
Earlier this year, the introduction of the all-new Kia Sportage was a big announcement. And new owners liked everything about the Sportage so much that now Sportage has been ranked the most appealing entry SUV by J.D. Power & Associates. It's our biggest announcement yet. Discover what Kia owners already know. The Kia Sportage, starting under $16,000 after cash back.
Hey, Jill. Ooh. Hey, honey. I know you don't think I need any more sports in my life, but I do. Boy, howdy do I. I need sports at home. I need sports in the car. I need Sirius satellite radio at Radio Shack, Jill. It's got 100% commercial-free music, and it's also got a Martha Stewart channel, honey, huh? And we can finally learn to make a wreath. Let's make a wreath. Yeah.
This holiday season, don't just get a gift. Get the right gift at Radio Shack.
In 1996, a hitchhiker was attacked by something wild. In 2002, it happened again to a family of 4.
So, what do you actually do?
On December 25th.
Oh, I can tell you. But then, I'd have to kill you.
Experience the most terrifying place on Earth. Wolf Creek, based on true events.
Get away from her!
This film is not yet rated. In theaters everywhere, Christmas Day.
College football's heroes of the past welcome a new member to their exclusive club. On Saturday, December 10th, one college football player will go from being great to being a legend. Will it be the explosive junior with the jaw-dropping moves? The bright Texas star with the arm and the legs? Or the polished QB with the silky smooth touch? The Heisman Trophy presentation presented by Capital One. Tomorrow at 8 on ESPN. Followed by Codebreaker.
What are your favorite NFL players doing this holiday season? Playing football, of course. NFL Sunday Ticket special offer from DirecTV. Catch the rest of this year's heart-pounding action. Plus, get next year's entire NFL regular season. All for just $239 or 4 payments of $59.75. 'Tis the season for giving, receiving, and celebrating. 'Tis the season for NFL Sunday Ticket. Only from DirecTV.
Welcome to the Toyota Halftime Show.
Welcome to New York. John Saunders, Tim Legler, and Greg Anthony. As the New York Knicks looked like they were going to be terrific, off to a great start, and then things caved in late in that half. But just the same, you still like the way they play defense as we look at our Toyota moving forward feature.
I mean, it's a shame that they let it get away like that because, you know, the Phoenix Suns are an explosive team, there's no doubt. But, you know, I've watched a lot of Suns games this year. I have not seen a team really get after them defensively the way that the Knicks did for the first 20 minutes of that half. They're contesting shots. They're flying out of shooters. They're rotating. They're getting back in transition. All the things you need to do against the Phoenix Suns. That takes a lot of discipline, a lot of commitment on Unfortunately for the Knicks, they just were careless with the ball late in the quarter, and the Suns are going to make you pay when you do that.
Well, that's been the difference. If you look at this Knicks basketball team, they're in a position now with the athleticism to be able to defend, also with Larry Brown's schemes. However, what allows you to be a good defensive team is when you take quality shots and you don't turn the basketball over, because it allows you to set your defense and control transition. But in that second quarter, you saw it start to change a little bit. 10 turnovers in the quarter, which leads to a lot of easy run-outs for the Phoenix Suns, allowed them to take control of that game. But that first quarter, like Timmy said, first 20 minutes, you saw what the Knicks have the potential to be, but the inexperience and the youth, I think, caught up with them a little bit.
You say 10 turnovers in the second quarter. They only had 13 total in the half, which doesn't sound like a lot when you got 10 in one quarter. That is our Toyota moving forward feature. Right now, I want to get into some scores and highlights. The Celtics and the Spurs.
Spurs won.
I don't think I was alive when the last time the Celtics beat the Spurs. Pierce with a layup at the buzzer. Spurs still led by 5. Watch this pass, Van Exel to Ginobili.
Well, this is why you bring in a guy like Nick Van Exel. Not only can he score off the bench, he still knows how to run a team. San Antonio Spurs, they win when they don't even play well.
And then look at Tim Duncan here. Drives his way to the hole, uses the glass like he likes to. They go on to win it 101-89. The Mavericks and the Grizzlies. Shane Battier doing it by himself.
Well, Shane Battier and the Memphis Grizzlies are really having a solid. Ooh, that was honey roasted.
Daryl Armstrong had a flashback of the old days.
Yes, he did, but really, Dirk Nowitzki, John, has just been playing. We haven't talked about this guy for the MVP thus far, but he has been playing as well as anybody in the Mavericks, dominating on the road this season.
He is on the short list for sure.
90-83. There's the MVP from a year ago. Steve Nash launching a three-pointer, part of the Suns' 2-point lead over the Knicks.
The Toyota Halftime Show is brought to you by Toyota. Choose any direction as long as it's forward. Toyota, moving forward.
Everyone talks about how tough their truck is, how much it can haul. But when we build a truck, we like to think beyond the first load, to the second, the third, the fourth. That's why load after load, year after year, nothing stops a Tundra. Toyota trucks, moving forward. Special financing and lease options available now.
Classics, 24/7, anytime.
For all my looks. On the way to the match.
Con mis amigos. Classics with my chords.
When it's cold, eh?
With my vest.
When it's warm.
K-Swiss Classics, year-round. K-Swiss.
With so much more to see, shouldn't you be watching it on the Aquas Liquid Crystal Television? From Sharp.
Coming to DVD Tuesday, no one forgets their first love. First kiss. First time you saw
Kelly Clarkson!
The 40-Year-Old Virgin on DVD Tuesday.
Officer Marcus Reed, Street Crime Unit. If they don't respect this, maybe they'll respect this. True Crime, New York City. Rated M for mature.
NBA All-Star balloting is underway. Roger that, Houston. The greatest players in the game. Check. Vote daily on NBA.com for your favorite players. Affirmative. It's a go, Houston.
Vote now. Don't forget to enter the NBA All-Star Life Sweepstakes for a chance to win a trip for two to NBA All-Star 2006 in Houston. Visit NBA.com for more information. It's NBA All-Star 2006, February 19th, live from Houston.
Houston, we have an All-Star game. Welcome back to the Toyota Halftime Show.
Here's your host. One of the best in the league against an up-and-coming team. Detroit against Golden State. Chauncey Billups spins in the lane and knocks it down. And then Troy Murphy tries to answer back.
And Murph is a very valuable player on this team. Smart guy. But you know what? This game, to me, features maybe the two most complete backcourts in the NBA right now. Billups and Hamilton against Baron Davis, Jason Richardson. Doesn't get much better.
Nice pick and roll. That game is tied at 40 apiece. The Lakers and the Bulls. Michael Jordan was on hand. Dennis Rodman was on hand as they retired Scottie Pippen's number. That's ESPN and ABC Scottie Pippen, folks. Lamar Odom lays this one in. Then Kobe Bryant from the outside.
Your Lakers, man, looking good.
Yeah, Lakers have the lead.
They just do what they can do when they can do it. That's
Nets
all.
and the Cavs. Vince Carter.
Oh, my goodness.
Stealing the jam. Then LeBron goes coast to coast.
Oh, and I tell you what, this wasn't even right because he just. When you're a great athlete and get out the way.
Yeah, well,
see that? Well, Larry Hughes got out the way because he was going to get some salted and roasted.
Oh, man. That was honey roasted right there.
The Cavs, though, were still down by 9. And then Vince Carter again, this time over good.
There's not a whole lot you can do.
Vince was the higher of the
Vince
highlights
gets like
tonight,
that,
though.
y'all, no question.
Nuggets against the Heat. Antoine Walker will miss the 3. Greg Buckner gets the lay-in at the other end. Nuggets had a 2-point lead. Then James Posey dribbles the ball off his foot. And this Heat team, they need Shaq, guys.
They need Shaq, Schick, you name it.
Schick, right? Samuel Talon.
Oh, that's a razor. I used it earlier.
Alley-oop. Allen Iverson with a 3-pointer.
Yeah, because he'll clean things up.
That's exactly right.
S-H-I-C-K.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Razor cleans things up. That's all he meant by that.
Look, I have a grasp of the English language.
I got you back.
Let's talk about the Miami Heat,
Let's do that.
Though, obviously. Are they going to be as good as people think they are when Shaq returns?
I said it before. I didn't necessarily like a lot of the moves that this team had made. It's not that they didn't bring in talent, but they don't necessarily have the chemistry nor the defensive mindset that you have to really go out and compete to win championships. Detroit, San Antonio, they already possess that.
My answer is I don't know. You cannot really, I don't think, judge this team until he is back and playing and healthy, because right now you've got guys trying to be more than what they were brought there to be. They have role players that are trying to be impact players. Until you get Shaq on the court and those guys can now be relegated to role status, that's when you can judge this team. It might be a month, 6 weeks from now before you can really determine how good they're going to be.
We're going to check your contract to see if I don't know qualifies
Absolutely.
as an
I don't
answer
know.
that we're allowed
How good they're going to be.
use. Nate Robinson, we know how good he has been in the first half. That's why the Knicks are only down by a deuce.
The Toyota Halftime Show is brought to you by Toyota. Choose any direction as long as it's forward. Toyota, moving forward.
Everyone talks about how tough their truck is, how much it can haul. But when we build a truck, we like to think beyond the first load, to the second, the third, the fourth. That's why load after load, year after year, nothing stops a Tundra. Toyota trucks, moving forward. Special financing and lease options available now.
Yesterday, one of our advisors showed this woman How even if her brother outlives her, she can always be there for him.
In all the world, there are a select few who at their very core are capable of incredible transformation. Under the most grueling conditions, they are shaped, hardened, sharpened, ready to stand among the most elite of all warriors, the few, the proud, the Marines.
Happy holidays, Miss Earl.
Angie, thank you. I have something for you, too. Be a dear and take this to the post office.
Happy holidays, Doug.
You're a lifesaver.
Yo, Angie.
Holiday packages to send.
Thank you.
Go to USPS.com, pay postage, print labels, and ask for a pickup. Free carrier pickup only from the U.S. Postal Service.
Hey, Angie, you got any more cookies?
New 7-Up Plus with calcium. With real fruit juice, 25% of your daily calcium and less than 25 calories per bottle. It tastes so good, you can feel it in your bones. 7-Up Plus. For great taste with calcium, the only way to go is up.
Ready for a tasty bargain? Check this out. The 99-cent KFC Snacker. 100% hand-floured chicken breast, pepper mayo, and crisp lettuce freshly prepared on a sesame seed bun. Now your dollar goes further at KFC.
5, 4, 3, 2.
We had some big hits here, gang. 3 fuel cell lights, an AC bus light.
Tom Hanks presents the award-winning miniseries from HBO and Imagine Entertainment, From the Earth to the Moon, the Signature Edition, on DVD this holiday season.
And the Phoenix Suns with a 2-point lead on the Knicks at halftime, 46-44 with Steve Snapper Jones. I'm Jim Durham. Glad to have you with us tonight for Game 2 of our Friday coast-to-coast doubleheader. Well, New York led by 12 at one time in the first half, and then came the Suns.
Well, you know the one thing that Suns do is keep the offensive energy up. They keep the pressure on, so you have to continue to find ways to stop them. And their defense, the New York Knicks defense was good early, but poor late. And the Phoenix Suns took advantage of it by moving the ball, moving the people around the floor to get the open shots. And Eddie House and company were up to it, and Steve Nash puts the dagger in for 12 straight points against Nate Robinson and said, deal with that, Nate. The matchup between Marbury and Nash, very close, but remember this, Stephon Marbury came out of the box with 14 points.
Before we go to the third, here's Jim Gray.
All right, Jim, I spoke to Mike D'Antoni. He said, we came out with no energy. They tried to slow us down. They were successful. We finally got the energy level up. I said to our guys, if we come out that way in the third quarter, we're going to get buried once again. As for Larry Brown, he said, you know, everything was pretty good in that half until the last 3 or 4 minutes when they outscored us there 18-4. He said, what happened in those last couple of minutes is we went from A to B to C to D to E to F. I need guys who can just go to A, and he wants Channing Frye, who has the ball right now, to slow down a little bit. He's moving too fast. Pretty good on that one, though, Jim.
Yeah, pretty good is right. Channing Frye with 6 points in the contest as New York ties it up here early in the third.
Well, the key to being a good offensive player and being able to score is having poise and control. Shooting when you want to shoot, not when the defense wants you to shoot. And a lot of times for young players, they are being dictated to by the defender.
Steve Nash missing there with the shot clock winding down. Marbury, who lit it up in the first quarter tonight with 14 of his 16 points. Guarded by Raja Bell. Bell knocked it loose, but couldn't save. The Knicks have it, and apparently it did change possession.
Well, Bell almost had the control that he wanted, but it shows you the tenacious nature of Raja Bell. You know, he had to fight his way in the league. Remember when he was with Philadelphia and just came out of nowhere, Florida Institute, had to play in the playoffs, played a huge game to help the Philadelphia 76ers, but he's bounced around last year with Utah, and now with Phoenix. Phoenix happy to have this. We see the first half stats.
That did not change possession. They came in with 10 on the shot clock. Fry. And Ariza with a tap. Loose ball to Nash. The Suns in transition. Bell with a quick look at a three. So again, the Knicks with a chance to regain the lead.
Marbury calling the play all the way down as they try to get screened down. So they're going to go pin down and then come inside on either side to Fry or Eddie Curry. It's Eddie Curry this time.
Eddie Curry delivers. Curry with just his second field goal. He has scored 8 points tonight.
Now, Curry also does the same thing that Channing Frye does well. They got that little jump hook that they like, and it's a question of taking the shot when they want, not when the defense dictates. Thomas, and that's part of his arsenal. That wide open jump shot he misses.
Kurt Thomas hasn't shot it very well tonight. Against his former team, he's 1 for 6. And he's got Curry locked up in the post, though, 8 to shoot.
And what Marbury needs to do is go away, and they don't. But Big Eddie goes away.
Yeah, 2 hoops in a row for Eddie Curry. 10 points in the game as the Knicks take a 4-point lead. Diaw kicks out. Nash swings it. And the Marion pass to Thomas, untouched, out of bounds to the Knicks.
You know, when you get Eddie Curry and you look at the size and the strength, just overpowering Thomas, and a nice finish on that jump hook. He's got the ability to score on both sides of the floor as they look back inside to Eddie Curry.
Knicks have scored the last 6.
He's telling him, Stephon, you know, you got to get out of the way. I can't get anything done if you don't get out of the way.
Curry gets to the line to shoot 2. The foul on Thomas, that's 4. First team foul on the Suns here in the 3rd quarter. And Curry to the free throw line. You know, the Knicks are in a rhythm right now where they win one, then they lose one, then they win one. So based on what they've done in this, now their 8th game in that stretch, they're supposed to win tonight.
You have gone out on the limb.
That's right. They lost game 7, so Isaiah Thomas should be a happy guy when this game is over.
Eddie Curry, chance that 6th straight, misses that one. But, you know, you have to always wonder in that deal with the Bulls who was eventually going to end up hurting the most out of this, because Eddie Curry gave the Bulls inside presence, which they sorely miss right now, and he's given it to the New York Knicks.
And the Knicks are in transition as Channing Frye misses the layup. Cleared by Thomas. Phoenix says, here's how you do it in transition. Raja Bell with the layup.
First 2 points of the half for the Suns.
And Bell has 10 points in the game. Nate Robinson. The pass controlled by Fry. 7 on the clock. Robinson coming back to Fry. And Marbury will have to take a tough shot here against the shot clock. Barely nicked the rim. But, you know, that's a young player. It was the pass that Fry made that made it a difficult attempt for Marbury against the 24-second clock.
You know, but they yell their code for when the shot clock is running down, and I think sometimes that has a tendency to speed the shot up for the guy because he doesn't really look and see how much time is left on the clock. Fry, rebound.
No basket, though. Traveling called on Fry. Leandro Barbosa comes into the lineup for Phoenix. They really ratchet it down. He comes for Kurt Thomas. Let's see if Larry Brown elects to match.
Well, they've got the advantage, and that's a question of whether you can take advantage of Ariza, Curry, and Fry along the front wall. They're bigger. Certainly they're stronger. They can rebound it if they can slow the game down. Nash going pick and roll.
Steve Nash. With terrific English on it as he got that one to crawl in. 15 for Nash.
You think that's in that fundamental? You got to put that English, that underspin on it.
That's in that fundamental, that basketball fundamental that actually features some soccer. 10 to shoot.
Looking at Curry again. He's got the inside position on Diao, and Fry knocks it down. So those two guys are doing all the scoring.
Fry has 8. There's Diao. Goaltending on the block by Curry. The basket goes to Diao, and that's 8 points for him.
I think the Suns have to focus on keeping the floor open and trying to hit with quick strikes, and the New York Knicks are going to try to slow the game down and power their way in. Curry, Fry, down in the post.
And Diao defending on Curry.
Right there.
Ariza. Offensive foul on Ariza.
It's a tough call for Ariza, but he committed himself to the shot before he really read the defense, and he had no place to come down. He's in the air. Barbosa's already standing there. He knew that call was going to go against him.
Phoenix Suns are an improved club from the defensive standpoint. Nash with the left-handed finish. 17 for Nash. The Suns back on top.
Scoring is fundamental. They have got to keep Steve Nash out of the middle. They're running a high pick and roll, so somebody's got to turn him back the other way. That's 2 right down the lane.
Robinson traveling, overshot the rim. And he's, you know, he can jump so high and cover so much ground. He went a long way under the basket and ended up with the ball.
Well, he said this was the best part of his game. Dished out a little punishment, and then is the first one to get his own miss. The ball touched nothing, so it's a turnover.
And then a hand check foul called on Robinson. 3 fouls on Robinson.
But the thing that they're not doing, see, they let him get that step. Nate Robinson is getting peeled off out there, and Eddie Curry is not reacting quick enough, and Nash is right down the lane. And when he's in that close, bad things are going to happen if he's a defensive team.
Closing in on the 6-minute mark for the 3rd quarter.
Same play.
Marion takes up slack. And now Barbosa with 4 to shoot. Yep, that's a deep 2 for Leandro. So a three-point advantage for Phoenix. Here's Taylor. And on the rebound, loose and out of bounds. It belongs to New York. A timeout comes with 5:40 left in the 3rd. And the Phoenix Suns hanging on to a 3-point lead.
Narnia has arrived, and critics are hailing it as the most incredibly exciting blockbuster of 2005. Take them. It's truly spectacular, absolutely thrilling, and one of the year's best films. Hang on! 5 stars, a magnificent story destined to become a classic, and Ebert and Roper give it 2 thumbs up. Are you prepared for what awaits you? The Chronicles of Narnia, rated PG. See it now.
That's not garlic I'm smelling.
I like tangy. Ooh, can you make mine tangy?
Spicy.
Want a new spin on steak? Hurry in now for the new Chili Steak Festival. Big, juicy flavors like our Garlic Lovers ribeye. The new Chili Steak Festival for a limited time. Come on, live a little.
With a Canon PowerShot digital camera, you can make a powerful statement.
Make every shot a power shot.
Complete the picture and bring your photos to life with the Selfie Compact Photo Printer.
On DVD, Teacher.
Baseball's hard.
Coach.
You can love it, but it don't always love you back.
Role Model.
It's kind of like dating a German chick.
From the director of School of Rock, Billy Bob Thornton.
I got enthusiasm flying out my...
Bad News Bears. Buy it December 13th.
Rated M for mature.
What's mine is mine. What's yours is mine. I run these streets. That's the hood. A hard place to live. An easy place to die. This was getting a lot bigger than I imagined.
In stores now.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
ESPN's presentation of NBA Friday Coast to Coast, brought to you by the full line of 2006 Volvos. Volvo for life. Chili's. Hurry in and try Chili's new steak festival for a limited time. Come on, live a little. And AOL. Want a better internet? You belong at AOL.
Welcome back to Phoenix. I'm Jim Gray. The Suns lead by 3. We're in the third quarter against the Knicks. Well, this is Amari Stoudemire, of course. He got hurt in the preseason. He had surgery a couple of months ago. His knee is being rehabilitated. Amari, how are you going in your rehabilitation, and are you coming along pretty well?
Yeah, I'm coming along real well. You know, we started the weights, we started the elliptical and the bike, so everything is in progress.
Coach tells us that you're way, way, way ahead of schedule, but that nobody's going to push you. Do you feel as though you're ahead of schedule, and are you gaining the strength that you feel is necessary?
Yeah, I do. I feel that my quadriceps and my hamstring are extremely strong now, and I think Aaron Nelson's doing a great job of preparing me for the rehab and to get back out on the court.
When will you start to run and start to test it?
Probably won't start for another 2.5 to 3 weeks to start running. Right now, I'm running inside the swim nuts, so that's helping out a lot.
And if that goes as planned, when possibly might you be back on the court?
We're looking at 4 months. You know, we're halfway there, 2 months from now. But I still want to sit back and wait and play on it until I feel comfortable to get back on the court.
So you're really talking about the All-Star break?
Somewhere around that time, but you know, it's still up to my discretion. It's still, you know, whether I feel pain or not.
Let me ask you about your team. How much better do you feel they are defensively this year?
Oh, we're great defensively. You know, with the guys we brought in this offseason with Kurt Thomas and Roger Bell and James Jones and those guys, man, we're great defensively.
Not that there could be any blessing in disguise in this, but might there be an upside because we're seeing Boris and some of the other guys get some playing time and they're maturing?
Well, see, Boris has been a great player, and I noticed him when he was with Atlanta. You know how creative he was offensively and also defensively. He's everywhere, so he's a big help to the team.
Amari, we miss you. We look forward to seeing your return.
Thank you.
Back to you, Jim.
All right, Jim. Well, Snapper, certainly from a defensive standpoint, you would have to say this would be a better Phoenix team than last year.
Well, it is a better team, a deeper team. They believe in last year. You know, it's hard to imagine that they didn't have a great deal of confidence, but you listen to every player on this Phoenix Suns team think now, and they think, you know what, we can get back to the Western Conference Finals. We can win the thing if we have to go against San Antonio. And with Amari Stoudemire being out and them playing so well, they could be right.
Ariza had the rebound, and then Raja Bell reached in and tied him up. This 4-point lead for the Suns, their biggest. The Knicks led by as many as 12 in the first half.
Again, you'll watch Raja Bell. He's the kind of tenacious bulldog that just won't let go. He doesn't know when to quit. Now, there's nothing going on here, but we're not going to give it up. They've already called the jump ball.
And the tap control by Barbosa ahead to Marion.
See, that's why he couldn't play point guard. He needs to shoot those balls.
The Nash pass would have been right over the rim in all likelihood.
I mean, back to Mo Taylor, who's trying to play the role of Eddie Curry. Ariza
knocked down and will shoot 2.
But right now, the Knicks are rushing offensively at their end of the floor. So when Taylor, Fry, Ariza get the ball, they're playing just on the edge of out of control, and that makes those conversions very difficult.
And Ariza just a 49% free throw shooter this season, but he has one tonight in as many attempts. Tomorrow night on NBA TV, the Bulls play at Washington, a rematch of their Eastern Conference playoff series last year, 7 o'clock Eastern. And Thursday night on TNT, the doubleheader, the Nuggets and the Cavs from Cleveland, followed by Houston at Seattle. Coverage starts at 8 o'clock Eastern.
You know, the Knicks are a lot like San Antonio was a year ago in terms of team free throwing. It's contagious and it's bad. And they don't have an answer for it right now.
Barbosa missing on that one as New York brings it back, trailing by 4 at the 4-minute mark for the third.
You know, as good as San Antonio was, their Achilles heel was that free throw line. Marbury.
So Marbury has his first field goal since the first quarter. 18 points tonight.
14 in that first quarter of play, and he likes the left side of the floor to come back to his strong hand. Diao right at the rim, and Marbury fouled him. That was a good foul.
That was some pass that Nash made way out on the court. Somehow found him underneath. That's the second foul on Marbury.
Crawford in the game, Ariza down.
Watch this pass that Nash makes.
Well, you know what D'Antoni is animated about. He said he was going up, but he was on the ground. He never got a chance to go up.
So as a result, sideline out of bounds for the Suns. Here goes Barbosa with a handoff in a crowd. It's stolen by the Knicks. New York with a chance to tie.
The game right now is at the Knick pace in the sense that they're being able to slow down, go into a half-court set, trying to make the defense react. Taylor trying to go over.
Taylor, who didn't play in the first half. And Mo Taylor with his first field goal tonight. He's got 3 points in the game. 3 minutes left in the third. Outside shot missed by Diao. And the Knicks now with 4 straight points on the board to have a crack at the lead. Marbury sends it off to Robinson.
Mo Taylor is trying to post inside, and Robinson set over the top.
How about that? A 3 by Robinson. He's got a 9-point game tonight, and the Knicks lead by 3, having scored the last 7. Nash.
Couldn't get that one up on the window, so Nash had a tough defensive assignment thrown at him by Nate Robinson as the Knicks and Marbury come attacking.
Outside to Taylor. Crawford with a touch to Marbury. 8 to shoot. It rebounds long to Nash. Ahead to Marion. Picked off by Marbury.
Fans react. He's sitting right in the passing lane. Made a great read to take the break away from Raja Bell.
Mo Taylor against Diao.
Taylor's running out of gas.
Barbosa drops down to double team.
He doesn't get much playing time as Marbury missed that one.
Diao the rebound, looks ahead, finds Nash.
Watch out.
Underneath Marion.
You were right, my friend. Had that pass come from Steve Nash earlier,
right at the rim,
it would have been the second dunk.
14 to shoot as the Knicks get into it. Up by 1.
See how quickly Fry is moving. He's going to call for a travel. He's really excited. He wants to do well here in Phoenix. Went to school at Arizona State, but he is struggling. But the one thing that you know from Steve Nash, if you run,
he will find you.
You're on a mission to get an amazing new TV this year, but you want to be absolutely sure you pick the right one. Circuit City makes it simple. That's because we've got thousands of online customer reviews that rate the hot new stuff, plus expert advice in our stores. And right now, come in and get no interest for 24 months on all TVs $4.99 and up at Circuit City.
On Classic Now, Josh Elliott ties the past.
Classic, Archie Griffin wins the Heisman, becoming the only player to win the award twice.
To the present.
Now, Matt Leinart back with the second Heisman Trophy and history on his mind.
Classic Now brings it all together with interviews and debates.
Who's the ultimate Yankees manager?
And doesn't shy away from controversy.
Why do you think he tested positive?
Obviously because he used steroids. On Classic Now, the past is always present. 7 and 11 p.m. weeknights on ESPN Classic.
If you don't have ESPN Classic, get Classic now.
This month, DirecTV Freeview presents 9-time Grammy Award winner Bonnie Raitt. Performing songs from her new release, Souls Alike. Plus, special guests Jackson Browne and Stevie Wonder. Don't miss the legendary Bonnie Raitt in a rare private performance all this month on Channel 124. And just after the show, keep watching for the special backstage bonus program and exclusive CD offer, just for DirecTV viewers.
Hello and welcome to DirecTV.
Since you're already enjoying great DirecTV service, if you refer a friend, you can get a $50 credit on your DirecTV bill.
Terrific.
Then spread the word. Refer a friend to DirecTV with the confidence that they're getting the best television.
I have a lot of friends that complain about the cable service.
Great. Sign them all up and get $50 off for each. There's no limit.
Great.
Tell all your friends about DirecTV, and when they subscribe, you'll collect your reward. Go to DirecTV.com for details.
Welcome back to Phoenix. The Suns trail the Knicks by 1. Before we went to break, you posed the question, if you run, and I said Steve Nash will find you.
And,
examples.
Well, he does. And the one thing that everybody in purple knows is Nash is always looking for ways to get you the ball, and he wants to get it on the move. And you see how easy it is when the ball goes ahead. There's no defense. You got cutters. And so you say, who are these no-name guys? Because they're all getting the same kind of opportunities that they got a year ago with some very good offensive play.
In this game, Marion, 4 field goals, 2 of them assisted by Nash. Bell, 5 hoops, 2 assisted by Nash. It adds up to an 8-assist game so far for Nash. And Eddie House connecting for 2. That's 11 points for House as the Suns go back up. So the third quarter coming down much the way the first half did.
Well, they would like to get Jamal Crawford a chance to get into this ball game. Another miss inside from Fry.
Well, the Suns had Fry sandwiched.
You did.
They had it sandwiched, my friend.
That's 2 tonight. The Butler and the Fry sandwich.
Oh, you can bet the House tonight.
You did it again.
Eddie House hitting again. 3-point lead for the Suns.
No more afternoon naps for you, my friend.
New York taking time off. The shot clock at 7, 10 difference.
Deal with that.
Robinson sticks a 3. That's his second 3-point field goal. Still time for the Suns, though. 5 seconds.
Eddie House is going to let this one go. Didn't get it all.
And Diaw passed on one, and it cost him a shot attempt. Well, the stage is set. The Suns and the Knicks. We got the stage set, my friend, for a big fourth quarter tonight.
On a fried sandwich and whatever else you've got in the fourth.
Family Guy is so outrageous.
Hit me!
Yeah! You'll have to get the DVD to see it all.
I made a water slide in the house.
Family Guy, Volume 3, new on DVD today.
Even I found that to be in bad taste.
You the help desk?
What seems to be the problem, officer?
Traffic.
Traffic?
Traffic.
What do you need?
What do you got?
I got wireless sensors and congestion flow modeling.
What'll it do?
Cut down traffic.
Will it work?
Works.
Nice work.
Just doing my job. Have a nice day.
Built strong. Built comfortable. Built right. Wrangler 5-star premium denim jeans. Wrangler, real, comfortable jeans.
Be brilliant. Shop now through Sunday at Zales' biggest sale of the season. Enjoy up to 50% off, plus take an extra 10% off every piece of jewelry in the store. Now at Zales.
Because some projects require more than one sander, Black & Decker created the Cyclone 4-in-1 sander. It's a random orbit, detail, finish, and flush sander with built-in dust collection. The Cyclone 4-in-1 sander from Black & Decker.
No regrets about my NBA career. Some people say I played too intense. But when you're playing the D, you got to be ready to get on the floor. And that may have cut my career short a little bit. I live my life today ready to be called. You never know who's watching you, who's ready to call you back.
Back to the big show.
Ready for life in the NBA? NBA 06, The Life, Volume 1. Rated E for everyone.
You gotta box him out.
T-Mobile announces our most win-ever minutes ever. Is 1,500 enough for the biggest talkers? Let's find out.
No, I just got through security. Man, are they thorough. Somebody owes me a dinner. Oh, hold on, I gotta take this. Yeah, CC me a copy and then try to fax it to me. Hey, guys, you got a fax in there? No, it's a win-win. Good. That's gonna hurt the bottom line. If the boogeyman lived under your bed, I'd charge him rent. I said, that's no St. Bernard, that's my grandmother. No, sir, I didn't realize it was a conference call, and I apologize.
Introducing our most win-ever minutes ever. 1,500 minutes, just $39.99.
T-Mobile, go ahead, talk it up.
Family Guy is so outrageous.
Hit me!
Yeah! You'll have to get the DVD to see it all.
I made a water slide in the house.
Family Guy, Volume 3, new on DVD today.
Even I found that to be in bad taste.
Can I go out with your sister? No. How about now?
Surrender to the mesmerizing taste of Wendy's bacon mushroom.
In the Valley of the Sun, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Which reminds me, Steve Jones, ABC, with a terrific doubleheader on Christmas Day, starting at noon Eastern. First, a rematch of last spring's finals, the Spurs and Pistons, then Phil, Kobe, and hopefully Shaq, as the Lakers visit Dwayne Wade and the Miami Heat.
Well, there was a rumor out that Shaq was going to return maybe sometime next week, so we will watch to see. Got to get in some sort of game shape pretty quick.
Tie ball game as we move into play here in the fourth. Eddie House puts the Suns up by 2.
The mistake that Nate Robinson has made, and they have made him pay, is whenever he's ducked behind the screen, Nash is pulled up, Eddie House is pulled up, and they drop the shot. Watch out.
On a lob on the backdoor play, broken up by Phoenix, but I believe Jones called for the foul. First foul on Jones.
And this is the play they run all night long. And watch how Nate Robinson gets stuck behind. You can't defend from back there. And Eddie House has it going, and you take a look at the lob. Nate Robinson said, that should have been me. I would have made that.
Well, Ariza is saying I should be on the free throw line. It looked that way on the replay.
Larry Brown is walking to midcourt.
He said, what's with this? What's with this? Sideline out of bounds. Larry Brown thought he should have been there as well. Anyway, 7 to shoot for the Knicks.
Back to Taylor, 6 on the clock.
Yep. Crawford got it away, but it didn't hit the rim, so it's a shot clock violation. Phoenix Suns have forced the Knicks into 19 turnovers tonight. And remember, they had just 3 in the first quarter.
Yeah, they came out and played a beautiful opening period of play, and they have been struggling since then. And Phoenix has been picking it up, but the New York Knicks still sticking it fairly well from the field for a team that struggles out.
And it's rebounded by Crawford. Fry.
Nice left hand, but he didn't finish it.
House on the advance for the Suns. They ran Jones off at 3. Oh, some tip by Marion.
Now Larry Brown is telling this team, guys, we got to stay with what we've been doing and make it work. They get a screen roll from Marbury.
Stephon Marbury very quiet since the first quarter tonight, but still he's got a 20-point game in the books.
Well, he was 6 of 8, and before that field goal drop for him, he was 2 of 10, so he had struggled after that.
Jones on the 3-ball. James Jones, first points tonight.
5-point lead for the Suns,
which is their biggest. We're 2 minutes into the fourth.
Well, they get the mismatch, but then Taylor fell down with a little help from Leander Barbosa.
And now Jackie Butler coming back on for New York.
Watch Leandro Barbosa pull him right there. and they get no call. The Knicks are saying that part of our problem is we get no calls, but in this ball game, the Phoenix Suns have yet to shoot a free throw, and the Knicks have shot plenty.
And Phoenix has hit the Knicks with a strong performance off the bench. And we, really should have mentioned this a while back. The Suns have not been to the free throw line tonight. And Diaw going to the rim. And it's an offensive foul on Diaw.
And they're not going to the free throw line on that possession because he pushed off. Going to come down the lane and watch that arm go out. It's ever so slight, but it's taken away from Diaw.
Phoenix, without attempting a free throw in the first half, set a franchise record. They had never before not gone to the line in a half. Traveling call on Butler.
So you see that everything that the Knicks work, and they work with the big man on the left side of the floor, coming left to right, so that they can get the ball to Butler, to Curry, to Fry, down on the low box.
Well, you're looking at, or you were looking a moment ago at Larry Brown. That's a coach who has seen his team turn it over 21 times tonight. The shot clock at 10.
And they've done a good job. I mean, you take away the fact that they've turned it over so much. And they're still in the ball game, down 5. House and Phoenix return the favor.
So what's that say about a team? What you just mentioned, and with the Clippers the other night, they shot so poorly, and yet they were right there in that game.
If they can cut down on their mistakes, they can start winning games. If they don't cut down on their mistakes, these will be the reason that they continue to lose games. Either turnovers, for shooting, for free throwing. You've got to fight through all of these obstacles that come up in the course of building a season to where you're mentally tough enough to know you can go through anything and still find a way to win. Crawford
going through the lane to score. Crawford with just 5 points tonight. But that one brings the Knicks to within 3 and just under 9 minutes left in the fourth.
Watch out.
That's Marion. Marion with 12.
They always talk about closeout defense, but when a guy is running out like that, it's very difficult to get yourself under control to stop a flyer like Sean Marion.
Nice move by Marbury.
He froze Sean Marion and dropped it right over the top.
22 for Stephon. Again, the Knicks within 3.
They'd like a big finish from Stephon like he had to open the ball game up, and that would give him a chance to win the game. Out.
On a feed from Barbosa. Marbury the rebound ahead to Butler. And it's the Suns coming back in transition. Jones for 3. Diaw, the offensive rebound and a foul on Butler. So the Suns will be getting to the free throw line for the first time tonight when we come back.
Well, Diaw just out-hustled Jackie Butler for that ball and ended up getting the payoff with the foul. When we come back, the Suns on top.
Why is Sirius the choice in satellite radio?
It feels like you got every song ever made. Rock, pop, hip-hop, no commercials.
We get a ton of music, no commercials.
It's comedy. It's real. You know what I'm saying?
If it involves a uniform, a stick, a ball, bang, it's right in there.
Bang! NFL is in there.
It's the best thing I ever put in my car. Next to him.
It's flat out better than regular radio.
It's more than just radio. It's Sirius satellite radio. Howard Stern, coming this January, only on Sirius.
What does America need right now?
How about an assurance from Chrysler and Jeep?
What would that be?
Gas and scheduled maintenance for 2 years.
A 60,000-mile limited warranty.
Engine, transmission, oil changes, they're all covered.
What does it mean to you?
I can fill up my tank without emptying my wallet.
Scheduled maintenance is taken care of.
Gas, maintenance, warranty?
What else is there?
It's our Miles of Freedom plan. Now to the end of the year, get 2 years of gas and scheduled maintenance and a 5-year or 60,000-mile limited warranty on a great selection of 05 and 06 models. It's all taken care of.
Know what they're thinking? The new Arby's Market Fresh Reuben sandwich. Choose corned beef or turkey, melted Swiss, Thousand Island dressing, and sauerkraut on toasted marble rye. Also try our new loaded potato bites with Cool Ranch sour cream sauce. It'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
John Saunders and Tim Legler with the AOL update. Some good defense by the Warriors. Forces a turnover.
Absolutely, and this is what you have to do against the Detroit Pistons. You have to pressure them. Don't let them go on the floor where they want to. These teams out west that have been surprising, you've got to play well against the big boys if you want to prove you're for real.
Jason Richardson knocking down that jumper. Warriors lead Pistons by 4.
John, thank you, as we're back here in Phoenix. Well, Quentin Richardson is not with the ball club once again this evening. His brother was tragically murdered in Chicago a couple of nights ago. Of course, Quentin played with the Suns last year. Tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., the New York Knicks, as a team, the entire team, Coach Larry Brown, will fly to Chicago and attend his brother's funeral. His brother's name was Lee Jr. Many of the Suns have left messages. All of the Knicks have been in constant touch with Quentin Richardson. Brother was 31 years of age. The family has asked that in lieu of flowers, they would like donations to be made to the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation. Quentin's mom, Emma, she died in 1992 of breast cancer. The entire team, Jim, will travel tomorrow to Chicago, and Coach Brown says it's a pretty amazing feeling for them to be able to go and support Quentin in this desperate time, in this terrible time, and he feels real good that all of them will be there as that support when the funeral takes place tomorrow afternoon.
Oh yes, indeed a tragedy. And the Knicks, as the season goes on, with Richardson back with them, they'll be an even better ball club, more improved one.
That is the hope. You know, he started on the injured list and has been struggling. Jackie Butler with a miss there.
But the Knicks are going to keep it. And they got a reset on the 24 as Marbury gets into the lane.
All right, a tough night for the return of Channing Frye as Dial hustles Butler this time to get the ball away from New York.
That 5-point lead for Phoenix equals the largest. And we're ticking down to just about 7 minutes for regulation. Nash sends it away. Bell comes on the drive. Raja Bell, you know, he's improved offensively.
No, he has, but it started last season really when he was with the Utah Jazz. They gave him a lot more freedom than he had at any time. Nice back door for Stephon Marbury. Crawford connects for 6 in the quarter for Stephon Marbury.
24 in the game. Steve Nash turning it in from the top. Cleared by Butler. Jamal Crawford. And it's Barbosa with a rebound and a throw ahead to Nash. Bell for 3. Raja Bell really knocking him down from 3-point range tonight. His 3rd hit from there.
Larry Brown is very upset because they're not getting back defensively. It's one thing for a guy to make a shot over you, but it's another thing when you don't make it half court and the opposition is wide open. Look at all the Knicks. Nobody is in the neighborhood.
What does America need right now?
How about an assurance from Chrysler and Jeep?
What would that be?
Gas and scheduled maintenance for 2 years.
A 60,000-mile limited warranty.
Engine, transmission, oil changes, they're all covered.
What does it mean to you?
I can fill up my tank without emptying my wallet.
Scheduled maintenance is taken care of.
Gas, maintenance, warranty.
What else is there?
It's our Miles of Freedom plan. Now to the end of the year, get 2 years of gas and scheduled maintenance and a 5-year or 60,000-mile limited warranty on a great selection of 05 and 06 models. It's all taken care of.
Built strong. Built comfortable. Built right. Wrangler 5-star premium denim jeans. Wrangler, real, comfortable jeans.
Chosen one, huh?
As the holidays make their arrival, consider how you'll make yours. Discover the new Infinities, available with intelligent all-wheel drive at the Infinity Limited Engagement Winter Event. See your retailer for 1.99% APR on all 2005 models. But don't wait too long. Infinity's limited engagement won't last forever.
was a good man.
Come on.
He was a kind soul.
Give me a break.
And I'm sure he's in a happier place now.
He's a bum.
Slingbox lets you watch your TV through the internet. Plug the Slingbox into your TV, then to the internet, and you can watch your TV pretty much anywhere.
He was a bum.
He got me fired.
He hit on my wife.
He shaved my cat.
Wow. Tough crowd.
Slingbox.
ESPN's presentation of NBA Friday Coast to Coast, brought to you by Sirius Satellite Radio. The best way to hear up to 40 games of the hottest NBA action each week is on Sirius. The all-new 2006 Jeep Commander, the most capable 7-passenger 4x4. It's your world. Take command. And Singular. Tune into the Singular ABC Sports All-America show on ABC December 10th.
Welcome back to Phoenix, where the Suns are enjoying their biggest lead at 8. And, of course, they're trying to win their 9th in a row. All of this without Amari Stoudemire. And people have said, how can you play and be successful without him? Well, they're doing it by the group.
No, they have gotten a good complement of support players and role players to fill in. And this is what they have done tonight, is they have 5 players in double figures, led by Nash and Raja Bell.
Raja Bell just 4 points off of his season high. Robinson plays into Butler for the Knicks. 7 on the shot clock for little Nate Robinson. And 3 is where they want to go. It's a 3 for Crawford, and it rebounds long to Nash.
Now, the one thing that long miss will do will turn a running team into a quicker running team as Nash sprinted to that one, and they set up.
We heard Larry Brown exhorting his team in an earlier timeout tonight. That very thing, those long shots leading to long rebounds. And the foul called on Butler. That's 3 fouls on him.
Brown is telling these guys, you've got to think better. If Steve Nash is that far out, you can let him come under. Don't then get caught out like you did, Jackie Butler, and pick up the foul, stop the clock.
And literally stop the clock as we have a shot clock malfunction. Well, coming up tomorrow night on NBA TV, Chicago at Washington, 7 o'clock Eastern. Then Thursday on TNT, the doubleheader night, Denver at Cleveland, followed by Houston at Seattle. Coverage starts at 8 o'clock Eastern.
Which one of those numbers is malfunctioning? Finally got it. No.
No, they don't. Oh, it went in the basket, fell out of bounds. It won't count. I'll tell you what, they drew that play up so well. It went right in on the pass from out of bounds. Well, it was offensive basket interference, I guess, but you know what? It would have gone in.
No,
had he not touched it.
But you can't have basket interference on an out of bounds play. The ball goes in.
But the Knicks cough it up again with 5:22 left. That is the 23rd turnover tonight for the Knicks. Closing in on 5 minutes. Phoenix with its biggest lead at 8. Nash. Diaw. 6 on the clock. Steve Nash missing. And Butler to the rebound.
Now the Knicks still have a chance. What they've got to do is find some offensive energy. Crawford's the most likely guy to do it, and he did it on his own.
Has a chance at a 3-point play as the foul is whistled on Barbosa. 2 fouls on him.
Difficult effort by Jamal Crawford, but difficult shots are what Crawford really does best, and when you get him going, Barbosa is stunned. Not because he got called for the foul, but because the shot went in. So Eddie Curry reappears, 4:51 left in the game. Jackie Butler will sit down. Trevor Ariza comes in the ball game.
And Marbury sits.
He won't be sitting long.
With 4:51 left, Crawford completes the 3-point play. 8 points for Crawford. The Knicks back to within 5. The big free throw difference tonight As you take a look at that statistic, Phoenix having attempted and made just 2.
Kurt Thomas back in the ball game, trying to set a high pick and roll as Marion has yet to get that 3-ball to drop.
Taylor clears for the Knicks. Robinson. Nash defending. Off the ball, foul called on New York. The 24th turnover.
Roger Bell's going to get the number of that truck that hit him. Bell's the type of guy that doesn't back down, and he's going to come across or pushed out of bounds by Jamal Crawford.
So the Suns with a 5-point lead in the ball, about 4 minutes left. The 24 turnovers tonight by the Knicks, a season high.
Eddie Curry mugged Kurt Thomas that time. They couldn't get a call.
A pitch out by Nash. Diaw on the miss, and Crawford the rebound. Time's wasted for the Knicks. They get Robinson coming in from the left.
Weak side and nobody there, and Robinson with the left hand.
And a delay of game warning called on New York. But the Knicks are back to within 3.
The one thing the Knicks don't do is they don't quit. Whether they get down big early or they lose a lead, they stay in that fighting spirit, and they still have the chance to win. Marion.
A foul call puts Marion on the line. Ariza called for the personal foul. That's his 4th.
Brown is trying to tell his guys, stay calm. Let's stay in this game. Right now, we're down 3. We got 3 minutes and 34 seconds to go. There's plenty of time to get control of the scoreboard if we do it out on the floor.
Think about this. Just what you said. 24 turnovers tonight, a season high. They're playing the hottest club in the league on their floor, and they're right there in the game.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that Larry said is you look at Marbury and Channing Frye sitting down. Marion gets 2 free throws. I'm happy as long as we are progressing as a team, and they're much more competitive now than they were at the beginning of the season.
3 1/4 remaining. Jamal Crawford guarded by Bell.
They get themselves in trouble when they miss that first entry pass down in the post. Then they become a team that's pretty stagnant and predictable as
Mo Taylor on the miss, and the rebound controlled by Marion.
Great stop!
Green on both sides for Nash.
He used the one by Diaw. Exchanges with Thomas. The shot clock at 10.
Not a good exchange.
5 to shoot. This is where Phoenix is so good. Taking it off. Nash missing, but they took all 24 seconds off the clock. And a timeout taken. 2:47 left.
You see Nate Robinson with his hand up and wide open, and that's good recognition by Crawford. And he finishes the play, and the New York Knicks still have life.
What does America need right now?
How about an assurance from Chrysler and Jeep?
What would that be?
Gas and scheduled maintenance for 2 years.
A 60,000-mile limited warranty.
Engine, transmission, oil changes, they're all covered.
What does it mean to you?
I can fill up my tank without emptying my wallet.
Scheduled maintenance is taken care of.
Gas, maintenance, warranty.
What else is there?
It's our Miles of Freedom plan. Now to the end of the year, get 2 years of gas and scheduled maintenance and a 5-year or 60,000-mile limited warranty on a great selection of 05 and 06 models. It's all taken care of.
Hey, Jill. Ooh. Hey, honey. I know you don't think I need any more sports in my life, but I do. Boy, howdy do I. I need sports at home. I need sports in the car. I need Sirius satellite radio at Radio Shack, Jill. It's got 100% commercial-free music, and it's also got a Martha Stewart channel, honey, huh? And we can finally learn to make a wreath. Let's make a wreath. Yeah.
This holiday season, don't just get a gift. Get the right gift at Radio Shack.
Think you can't get high-speed internet at your house? Feel like you're stuck with dial-up internet? Think again. Directway is high-speed internet by satellite, a super-fast instant connection that's available anywhere in the continental U.S. All you need is a clear view of the southern sky. Directway works with your PC or Mac for faster connections, faster downloads, faster surf speeds, faster everything. There's no software to install, and Directway doesn't use a phone line, so no more dialing in, no more missed calls. No need to spring for that extra line. People, it's time you get the high-speed option you really want. Call 1-866-GET-D-WAY or visit getdway.com and get DirectWay at your house. It's a no-brainer. DirectWay, the super fast instant internet connection that doesn't use a phone line or care where you live. Free yourself. Get DirectWay. Call 1-866-GET-D-WAY or visit getdway.com now and get high-speed satellite internet. The choice is yours, and you deserve it.
Jeep Power Performance play of the day is more like the player of the day. Greg Anthony driving strong. One shot. Carmelo.
Yeah.
Did I say Greg?
We look alike.
It tells that it's
Except my
Sunday
hair's
night.
not as
Carmelo. Now, I should have known Greg Anthony would not be doing anything like that.
Why not?
Friday's top performers. Allen Iverson with 43 points and 7 assists. You see Vince Carter, what he did for New Jersey, was tremendous. D. Wade in a losing cause. Dirk Nowitzki continues to be on fire. Jim. All right, John, and here in Phoenix, it's a 5-point lead for the Suns. Closing it down in regulation during the timeout. Larry Brown with this to say to his New York Knicks.
We got to get stops right now. We got to get to the line, right? And we got to have people safe. We got to be back. All right, everybody got this play. Everybody.
Stops is what he wants, Jim Gray.
Well, it was interesting in our meeting. Larry Brown told us, guys, I don't get into the wins and losses right now. I'm miserable when we lose, don't get me wrong. But that's not what it's about. It's about progress. And as long as I see that we're making progress and we will compete, I'm okay with that. We celebrate the wins, but we're not going to get into this whole wins and losses thing as long as we're moving forward.
Marbury connects, and, you know, part of the reason he doesn't have to worry about the wins and losses is the division they're in.
Yeah, you know, the division has not run off and hidden from them, so they certainly have a chance to make a move. They're going to get a foul against Kurt Thomas as he nails Nate Robinson. So it is a 3-point game.
5 fouls on Kurt Thomas.
So the Knicks return Stephon Marbury out on the floor with Crawford. As we see the screen, and you watch him make that one more move, and that arm comes out, that little pop that big guys like to give little guys.
And hope no one's watching. So the Knicks with a chance to cut it to 1 or tie with a long one. Here goes Crawford. In on Marion. Kurt Thomas the rebound. Steve Nash.
But they have been able to get the high-flying Suns to have a difficult shooting night. And the game is under 100.
And they've kept them off the free throw line.
So they're giving themselves a chance to pull one out here. And it's up to Nash and the Suns to find a way to keep the separation up. Nash wants a pick and roll as he works against Nate Robinson.
They've gone better than 440 without scoring.
And that's unusual for the Suns.
Marion a miss. Taylor the rebound. So the opportunity is there for the Knicks.
Brown is saying speed it up. We want to get into the play quicker. Don't take a lot of time. We want to give ourselves a chance to get into this game. Marbury wanted that ball. They went away from it.
10 on the shot clock for Taylor. Taylor against the double team. Steve Nash to the loose ball.
Surprised that they're going to Mo Taylor, not Dennis Curry down in the low post, as we're now under a minute to play.
And 13 to shoot for the Suns, who have missed their last 6. Robinson knocks it out of bounds. Phoenix will throw in. They come in with 11 on the shot clock. Nash around the pick by Diaw. 5 to shoot. Nash for 3. Cleared by Curry. Again, the Knicks with a hoop can cut it to 1. They want a timeout. It comes with 31.2 left. The Knicks hanging in there on a night when at times they were their own worst enemy.
That's Sean Marion, man. Hey, yo, Sean, you want to play twos? Nah, man, I'm just chilling. Oh, what's up, superstar? You scared to get schooled by some civilians? You don't want to take your sweatshirt off, Playboy?
I don't need no help on this one. need some help. Come on, fellas. That's game.
I don't even know why you asked him to play. Gotta guard your man, dude.
Just trying to make it fair. Whoa.
The Nike Shox MTX at Foot Locker.
Newsweek calls King Kong thrilling. It's an amazing adventure that has it all. Exciting, intense, and incredibly moving. It's everything people have ever wanted from the movies. It's brilliant. Rated PG-13.
The award-winning Burnout series crashes onto the Nintendo DS. Burnout Legends. Rated everyone.
Look at this guy.
Smoky and spicy and flavor.
What's he doing? Chipotle dance.
Taco Bell's new Chipotle grilled stuffed burrito, loaded with carne asada steak, Chipotle seasoned rice, spicy Southwest Chipotle sauce, and a blend of 3 melted cheeses, all wrapped up and grilled to go. For the perfect balance of flavor and spice, think outside the bun.
Because the evolution of the third hand is a bit slow in coming, Black & Decker created the Auto Tape. It's the only powered tape measure, so you can use it with just one hand. The Auto Tape from Black & Decker.
What was that?
I don't know, but I want one.
From director Michael Bay, The Island.
Yeah.
Coming to DVD this Tuesday.
Welcome back to Phoenix. The New York Knicks hanging in against the Phoenix Suns, trying to halt their 8-game winning streak. New York in possession, down by 3 with Steve Jones. I'm Jim Durham. Glad to have you with us as we come down the stretch. Larry Brown said in that last time out, we need stops. Well, they're getting them.
They've been able to get the stops. Now they got to get some makes. If they're to win this game, they need a score. They don't need a 3. They just need a score. Marbury gets the call. They drive into the hoop against Raja Bell.
And Raja Bell with his second personal. First in the last 2 minutes, sideline out of bounds for the Knicks.
But this is a critical offensive possession for the New York Knicks. They come back to Marbury, 15 on the clock.
12. Marbury into the lane. Rebounded by Kurt Thomas, and a foul on Marbury. And it'll be sideline out of bounds for the Suns with 20.2 left.
They got what they wanted, at least Marbury on the drive, hoping that he would get the call and didn't get it. And D'Antoni said that's the way to go. Larry Brown is saying, one time. Just give us a call one time tonight.
Once they lost the 2-for-1 on the 24-second clock, Snapper, I'm thinking, you know, you may not get it again. You may have to shoot the 3 ball. And they lost it in the flow of that possession.
Yeah, the first time they had the ball, and they really should have been thinking that way. Get a quick shot up and then make sure that if they don't secure the rebound, they'll have a chance maybe to take another crack at it and tie the ball game up. As it is now, 20.2. If the Suns inbound the ball, they can run out the clock. So you've got to foul. You've got to stop the clock. You've got to try to stretch the game out now at this point and make it easier to steal a win.
And if you are committing the foul, you are putting one of the great shooting teams on the line, because as a unit, Phoenix shoots very well from the free throw line.
Well, as a team, but they haven't had many tonight. And the guy that you want to keep off the line is Nash. He's going to have the ball. So now you got to find somebody else to foul. Maybe you foul Diop, who's their other ball handler. Sean Marion also shoots it very well.
But Diop has been one of the 2, Marion being the other, who has gone to the free throw line tonight and made both of his. So an interesting situation for the Knicks. This has been a game in which New York was up by 12 in the first half, but it was a 2-point game at the half as the Suns closed the first half, outscoring the Knicks 18-4 down the stretch. Then it was tied going to the fourth quarter. Then the Suns have been hit with about a 6-minute scoring drought here coming down the stretch.
And they kind of balanced out things, and they put a 16-8 run on New York prior to that drought. So all they need now is possession of the ball. So if you're New York, you got to think, try to steal the ball. If not, commit a foul, commit it quickly to give yourself a chance to get in the game.
And they get it in play. Underneath is Marion for the dunk, but a foul call. Jack Neese with a call that'll get Barbosa on the line. So Leandro Barbosa going to the free throw line, and he's 81% this year. He hasn't been there tonight, and he hasn't been there for a while because of his injury. He has missed the last 8 games.
So back in the ball game are the big guys, Channing Frye and Eddie Curry. Knicks have 1 timeout left, as well as the Phoenix Suns.
19.4 as Barbosa delivers. Phoenix by 4. Phoenix trying to win its 9th in a row.
You see the differential in free throws. 10 more attempts by the New York Knicks. Missed it.
And the Knicks are taking their final full timeout. They still have a 20 remaining. 18.6 left. So the Phoenix Suns a 4-point advantage, and time running out on the Knicks, but they've got 18.6 left. ESPN Original Entertainment presents Code Breakers, an ESPN original movie that explores the notorious 1950 cheating scandal involving the football team at West Point. Code Breakers on ESPN 9 o'clock Eastern tomorrow night, immediately following the Heisman Trophy presentation. Coach Jones.
Well, you need a quick hitting play. So Larry Brown's got to come out of this timeout with a quick hitting play. So they get a score, and then they got to come back and do the same thing. They got to try for a steal, and if they don't get it, put them back on the line. Barbosa was 1 of 2. Somebody may miss them both. They might have one more chance to win this game at the buzzer. You know, if you're Phoenix, you got to be aware of the backdoor lob. What has been successful for them, and it's come from the hidden place, Nate Robinson, coming around the out and making a shot. You get a 3. If you take a 3 now and you miss it, you're cooked. Because now they have the ball, you're down 4. They're going to be walking to the other end of the floor. You have a 20-second timeout, but no way to get a pair of scores.
You saw the 3-point shooters for the Knicks. Should they get an open look from 3? Because they just have to score quickly.
Yeah, they have to score quickly. That's the whole key to this time situation for them done. 19 on the clock. They come inside Eddie Curry. You got to go.
Ball loose as it was popped loose by Nash. Marbury with 10.1 left. A 2-point game. Phoenix gets it in play to Nash. It's like money in the bank there. Steve Nash going to the line.
There have been times in Nash's career when he's been in this situation and he's caught up a free throw. That is what Larry Brown is hoping for now. He's not expecting him to make both, but he wants a miss to give him a chance to maybe go for a 3 with 9.4 left.
Steve Nash on the line for the first time tonight, of course. Well, he was dead center with that one.
He grows in the ball game.
Here's the big one for Nash.
Jamal Crawford was 6. He has practiced this one 3 times already.
96% on the season. Second in the NBA, and he's perfect with the second one as well. And the Knicks now use their final timeout, which is a 20-second timeout. 85-81 Phoenix, 9.4 left.
if you're Larry Brown, you got to hope for a little magic right now. There's still a possibility of tying this game up on a three-point shot and somebody fouling you. If you're the Phoenix Suns, possession is everything. You want to give them a chance to score the ball, make them work to have to get the shot and use some time. And now you've got the ball back and you've got the ball game in hand, and your winning streak continues.
With their early season showdown, if you will, facing them tomorrow at the Staples Center against the Clippers.
You know, and the amazing thing is the Clippers got out of the box very well and were playing with a great deal of confidence at the Staples, and the Phoenix Suns got a slow start. So this will be a test for them against a team that plays well at home tomorrow night. And you're back-to-back on top of it.
Crawford to throw in. He's got Robinson. And they three. There was some contact, but no call. The ball out of bounds with 4.3 left. It still belongs to the Knicks.
He got it off, and he did get a little bit of contact, but the officials rarely give you that call.
Fry. And the Suns have won their 9th in a row. But it was a hard-fought battle for Phoenix, and they had to go the last 6:22 without a field goal to win. And still won.
And that is a rarity, that the Phoenix Suns would be in that kind of a drought. But, you know, if you're a New York Knicks fan, you have to feel good about the way that your team has come out and acquitted themselves tonight.
For a recap on tonight's game, join us shortly on ESPN News. Coming up next.